Here, let me help you.
Take your hands off me.
I don't want to offend you. I'm sorry.
You already have. I know who you are.
Excuse me?
You're Zach Slater, that fella, aren't you?
I am.
I saw you at Miranda's center occasion, whatever it was. I heard all about your murder play. I heard how you dug up the past, that dreadful past, just when Bianca was beginning to come out of it all. And you terrified the girl.
I never intended to do any of that.
Well, then you did the damage.
I'm sorry. But Bianca's one of the finest people I know. I would never intentionally hurt her. Now, I'm at odds here. You know my name. I don't know yours.
Myrtle. Myrtle Fargate. And you had better remember that name, kid. If you ever meddle with anyone that I love.
We should all be fortunate enough to have friends like you.
Oh, come off it. Don't soft me. Listen, I know trouble when I see it. What are you doing? What are you doing here anyway? I mean, if you're here to visit that creature over there, you'll find him on the city dump where he belongs.
As a lot of people share your opinion. Bianca told me hers.
Oh, I'm sure she said the sweetest things. She could say something lovely about the devil.
Did you know Cambius?
Unfortunately, I did.
If you wouldn't mind, what's your impression of him?
Well, I could certainly give you my impression of him, but I'd have to use language that I don't think my friend here would like at all.
It would mean a great deal to me if you try. I need to find out the truth. Monstrous, evil, those are some of the adjectives used to describe Michael.
That about covers it, in polite language.
So how would you describe him?
I would say he was the worst kind of coward. A puny little man who loved to make himself enormous and powerful by preying on other people, by taking the innocence from a young girl.
And you think his family was responsible and his father was...
Oh, rubbish. I mean, that's like making an excuse for being born. You look at someone like Erica. Now, her father was a real horror. But she put the past behind her, and she rose and she triumphed over it. But Michael simply indulged his lust for power and for domination. His eyes used to remind me of something, and I remember. It was an act in the Carney where I used to work. It was a poor old decrepit dancing bear and its trainer. I used to watch that trainer whip that animal every night to unconsciousness because he liked to and because he could. And that's exactly how Michael looked when he was preying on innocent people. He felt so great and big. I tell you something. There's a lot of evil in this world. Now, the strong people, fight against it. The weak ones, they sink into it, enjoy it. Michael was one of the weak ones. Now, is that what you want to hear from me?
I wanted the truth. Thanks for being so candid.
Why do you bother? Why do you dig up this rotten past?
Some ghosts need burying. That's all, Mrs. Fargate.
Well, it's over. Let it be. And leave my friends alone.
I only want the best for Bianca, I promise you.
You'd better. Because if you don't, You won't have to wonder whose hand is at your throat.